Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Band Practice. I'm Emma.
And I'm Madison. And today we're going to be doing things that would send a colonial woman into a coma. This was trending probably like 6 to 8 months ago at this point, but I still find it hilarious. Like
Oh,
anytime
yeah.
a video shows up on my For You page, I literally am like giggling alone, like laughing out loud at them. So we thought we'd take a stab at it.
I'm excited.
I
I
know.
just kept going. Like, I've had my list going for a few days, and I just randomly think of something. I'm like, yes, that's a good one.
hmm I know. I thought of a couple and then I couldn't really think of anything and I thought it was going to be hard. But then for some reason today, my juices started flowing
Yeah,
and I was just like laughing to myself, writing them in my notes, like cracking myself up.
I love that. I'm so excited to hear them. Watch us have like so many of the same
I
somehow.
know. I was
We
thinking that
would.
we both came up with our own, but we didn't tell each other them
Mhm.
yet. And so it's a surprise. So it'll be funnier. But yeah, I think we might have some of the same. I don't know
Yeah, yeah, we'll see.
though.
But first, we'll catch up.
How are you?
Brandon, that reminded me. Brandon was like, I was trying to explain a song and he was like, sing it. And I got shy. I was like, no. And he was like, but you'll sing on the podcast. I was like, okay, chill.
That's so funny. If you listened to last week's episode, I said I'm not gonna say it again, but I said the lyrics of that one song about some vulgar things, and my mom texted us today and was like, "Madison Elizabeth, why would you say that?" And then I was laughing about it, so I told Ben, "Oh, my mom texted me because I said this on the podcast." He was like, "You said that on the podcast?" He was like, "My mom listens. She can't hear you say that." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forget. People
I
listen."
know. I know. I mean, it just, if you're here for it, you're here for it. If you're not, I'm so sorry. But
Yeah, stop
this is
listening
our
then.
podcast.
No, literally. This is
Our
our
like only
space.
listeners is ourselves.
Yeah.
I
It
am the
literally is
target
our
audience. Yeah.
no, absolutely. Well, how have you been? I know we both kind of been having a hard
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. I've been having a hard last few hours. I normally spend most of the weekend at Brandon's and then I come home on Sundays to like podcast and just like get ready for the week. But I was thankfully already planning on going back to Brandon's because Laura, my roommate, is out of town and it's just like so lonely without her here. But I get home and after a little bit, I'm like, I am like sweating. Like, I don't know what's going on. I look at the AC, it's set to like 73 or something, but the inside temp was like 86. I was like, no, 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 no. And it just actually will not cool down. So I had to submit a request to our the leasing office. So hopefully we get that fixed ASAP because like I'm sure it's just gonna get hotter if it is like since it is broken, and I am just like I'm huffing and puffing right now, fighting for my life. And there's just nothing worse than like a broken AC in the Phoenix summer, really anywhere, but like it's like
hmm
dangerous here, especially.
Yeah, no, that sounds like literal hell, like awful.
No, like I have my legs like spread eagle, like just because I'm getting like knee sweat. Like I'm just like I'm doing my best to get through this podcast right now.
Oh my God. No, I feel for you because when we got home the other day from San Francisco, we turned our AC off before we left. And we've
Mm,
done that in the past on trips and it's been like totally fine. We came back and we got in super late. Of course, I feel like I'm always getting in late. So I just wanted to go to bed, like so badly. I wanted to go to bed. And we walk in, it is smoldering, like so
mm.
hot. And we looked at the temperature, it was 95 in here. And but I was so tired, I just went to bed. I was probably so sweaty in my sleep.
Wow. Sometimes you just have to do what you have to do, but yeah, that's way too much.
Yeah, it's intense. Any other
Well,
updates? Anything? Any good news?
um, hmm. Oh my gosh, I bought a book yesterday. Ooh, what's it called? I think it's called This Delicious Death. And so I was going to Barnes and Noble and I wanted to get like a new book to read this summer. But if you don't know me, I just love like thrillers and like murder mysteries and like horror stuff. So I was like, it's not really summery. Tell me
hmm
why I found a book and on the back it's like, this summer is getting gory. I was like, ooh, that's perfect for me. It's basically like a girl group going to like a music festival during the summer and then like, scary, spooky stuff. I was like,
Uh-huh.
slay. So I'm really excited to read that.
Fun, the best of both worlds.
Oh my gosh, your
The
mom just
text, I
texted
just saw
us.
that. We
Maybe he
need to
didn't
talk about
know. I
that.
don't know.
Should
Should
we
we
leave
just get
this in
into
and
that?
just talk? Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Um,
just get on.
you can start it off and I'll follow.
Perfect. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I think this has mainly been happening on Instagram, but there's lots of articles out there already. Jonah Hill's ex girlfriend recently came out with, might I add, receipts.
Mm-hmm.
All of the receipts, explaining how Jonah Hill was like controlling, manipulative. Um, she feels like she was emotionally abused, and it's just like really sad. And some of the stuff she's sharing of like their text messages. So backstory, she is a surfer, and like that's like her career. Like she was a surfer when they met and is still a surfer. And he is like texting her, telling her, like taking screenshots off of her Instagram, like telling her to take pictures down because there's like action shots of her surfing in a bikini or just like a swimsuit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, like that's part that violates my boundaries. And it's
I
like,
was gonna say that he was trying to sound like so woke and like these are the
yeah.
boundaries that I'm setting. Like you can tell he like probably goes to therapy or something, which Jesus, he needs a new therapist. But like he was using like all of these buzzwords, like these are my boundaries and this is how I feel. And
Mm-hmm.
he was making her take down like videos of her surfing. I'm like, that's her job. She's a professional surfer. Obviously,
Yeah.
she's going to post. I don't know if she's a professional surfer, but she like
Right.
does it competitively. That's like if somebody was playing a sport or something, like a football player
Yeah.
posts a video of them playing football. Like that's just what you do. But he was like, you need to take it down because that's my boundary. And then she was like, I kind of have to leave that up, but would you prefer a different cover photo? Like, is it the cover photo that's making you
Right.
uncomfortable? And he goes, yeah, I would prefer one that doesn't have your ass in a thong. Did you see that screenshot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jonah, 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 Jonah.
And I
No,
was
no,
like,
no, no, no.
damn, we've all rooted for you for so long. And then you go and do this. It's just like if
Men,
it's one thing, men will disappoint you most of the time. So,
they will
yeah.
disappoint you. And actually, every single one of them, because the plot thickened when
Oh, it does thicken.
our boy Devin Booker, which if you know us, you know we love Devin Booker, he took it upon himself today to post a photo of Jonah Hill in a Suns jersey that's not even recent. Like he like had to
It's
like
from
search it.
2018. I looked it up.
Yes. Yeah. No, he had to like seek out a photo
Yeah.
of him in a Suns jersey and then posted like the little salute emoji. Like to me that's saying like, "Oh, I'm on your side, dude."
Yeah. Like, I back you. He's like king. I'm like,
Oh.
like when I saw that, and I like, listen, sorry to my boyfriend if he's listening to this. I love Devin Booker. Okay. Like, that is like probably my ultimate like celebrity crush or whatever. Like, I love that man. And then that, I was just like, media ick. I was like, ew, yuck.
Everything
Like,
out the window. Like, you're
no.
ugly. You're ugly for that.
The veil has fallen. I see you for what you really are.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but Madison's mom just texted us in a group chat and was like, oh my gosh, Booker took it down. So
I knew he was
I'm
going to delete
sure.
it,
Yeah.
but it took longer. It was up for a couple hours. I thought
Yeah.
maybe he didn't. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt because it's my fatal flaw. I give people the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
And I was like, maybe he didn't know. And it was just like a random picture. And then somebody's going to tell him and he's going to delete it right away. But then he left it up for like, it's been up for like 6 hours now or something. And he
Yeah.
probably just deleted it.
Very disappointing for both men.
Mm-hmm. Who's surprised though? I mean, from Booker, I thought he was different.
Was too. And he just like doesn't really, he's not involved in anything online.
Right.
Like he just posts like himself.
Yeah.
So that was just shocking that he would even like contribute to the current drama.
Yeah, and it'd be a really weird coincidence for him to just randomly post a photo of Jonah Hill today. Like, okay. Man, another one bites the dust.
Well, we'll go back to our updates. How have you been? I was going to say on a lighter note, but I know it's probably not so light.
Yeah, I've been having a terrible week, and when I say it out loud, it sounds like so stupid. I sound like every other bitch with a podcast that complains about the stupidest thing ever. But it was just like, first of all, I'm just not having a mentally great week. So that was like the preface to it. And then all these little things kept happening to where I was just like, I want to be put in a coma. I want to be one of these Victorian women. Like, I'm the
Mm-hmm.
one that wants to be in a coma. But my coffee machine broke, my vacuum broke, my laptop broke, my car broke, Ben's car broke, and that was enough. But then I haven't even said this on the podcast yet because it's been a recent development and I didn't want to talk about it until it was official. But Ben and I were going to get a puppy, and we found this one online that we really, really wanted, and they were sending us pictures and videos and like taking all of our information. They seemed really reputable because they like wanted to know our schedules and our lifestyle and like make sure that we were going to be good dog parents. And we were like just about to send them the money for like the deposit or whatever, and Ben just got like a weird feeling, I guess, and looked it up. It was a scam. Perfect. So I was like
Love
attached to
it.
this puppy, literally in love with him, like so excited. I had like pictured my life with this puppy, and I got catfished. He doesn't exist. I mean, he does exist somewhere in the world, but he's
Right.
not going to be mine. And I cried for like 2 days about it. So I'll let
That
you
is
guys know
so
when we find a
sad.
different puppy.
I know. I was so excited too. I was like, "Oh my gosh, there will be a puppy when I'm there to visit in a few weeks." But I'm
Mm-hmm.
still manifesting for you, and the right little child for you will come.
Yeah, I was going to say, hopefully there still will be a puppy because, I
Mm,
mean, there's tons in Denver, but we'll have to find
yeah.
one. And I tried to get my computer fixed today. They couldn't take me. Ben did fix my vacuum, so things are looking up.
Oh, good.
But
Right.
yeah, that's where I'm at.
It's been a rough one.
Yeah. I've been pushing through though. I went to the farmers market today. I went to Target yesterday to cheer myself up. I'm pulling out all the stops of how to
Yeah,
get out of my little depressive episode. So, yeah.
it's good stuff. Yeah, you're doing the what you can with what you got. So
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on a run after this. Maybe get a little endorphin, maybe just one
I
little
like that.
endorphin
Just
up
one
here.
endorph. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I think I'm gonna go to yoga after this if I can survive long enough. But
Yeah. You like pass out in the middle of the podcast.
right.
I'm like, hello? Hello? Well, what are you drinking? Do you have a fun, refreshing beverage for this hard time? Love.
I stopped at QT and just got a fountain diet Dr Pepper.
Yum.
Call me Emily.
No, literally, Emily Kaiser, is that you?
No, for real. I felt like her. I was like, oh my god, I was slaying. But anyways, what are you drinking?
Speaking, oh,
Oh,
well, first of all,
yeah.
speaking of Emily Kaiser and soda, I had this idea today that why has nobody started? Like, I feel like soda shops are only in Arizona, Utah, places with a large Mormon community. I feel like they're not everywhere,
Hmm.
right? Like, we don't have one in Colorado.
Yeah.
Um, so I think somebody should make one, and not only should someone make one, they should make like a yassified soda shop where you could get like normal soda, of course, but you could also get like Olipop or Poppies, or you could get like different
I like that.
sparkling waters with like fun flavors. I just feel like it could really be like, you know how coffee shops are cute and they're like an aesthetic and you want to go
Hmm.
there because it's like cute and fun. I feel like soda shops aren't really like that. They're all like drive-throughs and stuff.
Yeah.
I think somebody needs to make like a yassified soda shop. And I think it should be me.
I think you should do it, is what I'm hearing.
Like, imagine how cute I could make it. And like all of the little health and wellness girlies would love it if they could go get
Yeah.
like a cream soda Olipop with like fun flavor. I don't even know what you could put in
Oof.
that. Like,
Do
that's
some
perfect as,
cherry.
yes, something like
Mm.
that. Or like a strawberries and cream moment. Ugh,
Yeah.
somebody needs to do it.
She's onto something.
If any investors are listening, I would love to open up a couple storefronts.
I was just about to say something like that. That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Ooh, I just thought though maybe we could start it. Me wrapping you into it now. You're like, no. um,
Yeah, yeah.
but somebody could start it as like a truck. Like I was
Ooh,
just thinking of the farmers market. Like you could go to the farmers market because all of the little girlies would be there, and they could have a little sody. Like you can't really get a sody on the go like that. Like
I
at
think that's genius. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm. Much to think
much.
about.
I was just gonna say that too.
We'll
It's
have a
scary.
business meeting soon.
Yes, yes, we need one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm drinking a matcha.
Ooh, cute.
Yeah, and I added cinnamon. I used to always have matcha with cinnamon, and then I haven't had one in a long time. I don't know why, but I put some cinnamon in it. It's delicious. It feels like
Yum.
nostalgic because I used to always have it.
Yeah. Well, spirits are high.
Spirits are high. No, I feel like this is the perfect episode for right now though because like I said, I find them so funny. I know I'm going to be giggling. This is what I
Yeah,
need.
it's perfect. I feel like my fan keeps blowing like I don't know, like cat hair into my face, but
Oh,
it's getting
nice.
really tickly. Sorry, everyone. I'm not picking my nose if you're watching on YouTube.
You
Please
are. I
trust.
saw you.
She saw it.
And she ate it too.
Oh my god. Delicious.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, should we hop into these?
Let's do it. So the first one is one I've heard a lot, and it's just a classic, a Baja Blast from Taco
Mhm.
Bell. Like
Mhm.
that'll do it. It's a spicy soda and probably a flavor profile these Victorian children would have never experienced before.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is. I think it would like electrocute them.
No, literally, it's poison. Yeah, well, it probably is, but
Yeah. If you did have to describe what is the flavor though? What is it
mm,
made of? Is it just its own thing?
yeah, it's just its own
Hmm.
soda, and they don't explain the flavor on the packaging. So
At all.
actually, this is suspicious. Hmm.
Imagine making up like somebody created that and they were like, this has never been seen before. Like this is the Baja
Secret
Blast.
recipe.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, my first one is thongs. I just
Oh,
know it would throw them for a loop.
sometimes it throws me through a loop. I'll be honest.
I know. I am a thong wearer pretty much all the time. Like if I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
be wearing anything that shows underwear lines or anything, I'm
Right.
not going to show underwear lines. I'm going to wear a thong. And I never really put much thought into it. And then I was listening to Emma Chamberlain's podcast and she was talking about how she was the same way. And then one day something just clicked and she was like, why are my underwear up my butt? Like why am I doing this? And so now she wears full on granny panties, like high waisted,
Love that.
full coverage. And I think that's probably what these colonial women would wear, something more similar to
Yeah.
that. So if they just had a string up their butt, I don't know what they would do.
A G string? Damn. That would be crazy.
They would fall dead.
My next one. Okay, listen. Dayquil. Have you ever had a Dayquil high? That
Yes,
is
every
just
time.
crazy. I like cannot operate a vehicle when I take a full dose of Dayquil, so I just know that their fragile little bodies couldn't.
Yeah, I think people think I'm kidding when I say that, but I don't really take Dayquil unless I'm like dying because it
Mhm.
makes me feel like I'm high. Like I feel
Yes,
not well.
I made a TikTok about that once. It actually got taken down. Um, because I think I was saying like it makes me feel high and ooh trigger.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think other people feel that too, and so I'm not
Yeah.
really sure what it is. I think someone explained it to me and then I forgot. But
Yeah. I think it's like when people what do they take? Benadryl or something?
yeah, it's like an
And
antihistamine.
yeah, maybe it's something like that. I
Mm-hmm.
also saw a TikTok the other day. This girl was giving Benadryl to her dog, which it must have been a big dog because the dose was like 4 Benadryl, like 3 or 4 or something
Wow.
crazy. And she said she was talking to her husband and she just had him in her hand before she was going to give him to the dog. And instinctually, she just put him in her mouth and like swallowed them as she was just talking to him. And she didn't really realize. And then she was like, oh my God, I just took 4 Benadryl. Like, I'm literally going to be high off my butt. And then all the comments were like, did you see the Hat Man? Did you see the Hat Man? And so she made a video. She was like, okay, what's everyone talking about? What do you mean a Hat Man? They were like, yeah, people like basically have like a sleep paralysis thing where everybody sees a man in a hat. And I was like, why is nobody talking about this? I should explain this better. So sleep
I know.
paralysis,
Yeah.
yeah, people see like
Mm-hmm.
a shadowy figure or whatever, but for some reason he's always in like a top hat, I guess, or something.
Mm-hmm.
They'll see him like in a doorway. I'm like, why is this not being studied? Why would everybody see a man in a hat? Even if they
That
don't
is
know that they're
weird.
going to see the man in the hat. Like I get
But
it if
why? Yeah.
they've heard it from other people, and so they're kind of expecting it, and their brain just like makes it happen. But people don't know that that's going to happen, and they still see the Hat Man. What?
That is weird. We
Really
should look that
spooky.
up. Yeah. We should look that up during Halloween season.
Yes. Ooh. It like gave me
Do
the
a deep
creeps for some
dive.
reason. I was like,
Thankfully, I have
who
not
is
met the
Hat Man?
man.
I haven't either. I have never had like sleep paralysis or anything like that though. It
Mm-mm.
terrifies me.
Knock on wood.
I know. Okay, my next one, I'll take what you said and I'll raise it. Recreational ketamine. Do you know anybody who does this? Or have you
No,
heard of it?
I have not.
Really? Do you know what ketamine is?
Hmm.
It's like a horse tranquilizer or whatever, but it also like gets people high. And it's actually like being researched for mental health stuff. Like people get it from a doctor and there's like test trials and stuff going on, or maybe it's past, I don't know, but people get it for like mental health treatment, but other people use it recreationally. It's a horse tranquilizer, which is insane.
Huh.
And I didn't really know, I had heard of it, like it's kind of like an internet joke that I've heard, like people doing ketamine. But I think it was actually last Halloween we were at this party and this guy was like being kind of weird, and then somebody was like, oh sorry, he's on ketamine, and I was like, what? Why would people do this?
Wow. So
Yeah,
open about it too.
I know, like, oh sorry.
Respect. Oh, just not get at me. Wow. Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the first I'm hearing of it, but interesting.
Maybe we should try it. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Okay, my next one is self tanner.
Mm-hmm. Every
Just
part
even
of it, the
the
smell,
idea
the
of it,
process, the concept.
it would be a marvel to them.
If they saw like patchy self tanner, I feel like they would die. They would be so confused. So confused.
They would be confused. Also, I'm just remembering they're probably racist.
I know. I thought of that too. Like
Dex to them all.
I know, something that would put them in a coma, interracial relationships. I don't know.
Literally, yeah.
That would be crazy. When is the okay? Now I'm gonna sound dumb. What time period are we talking about? Colonial.
Colonial would be like what 1600s, and then Victorian era is late 1800s.
Okay, yeah, so definitely racist. Okay, my next one is 5 seconds on omegle.com.
I thought you were gonna say 5 seconds of summer. I was like, damn.
That too.
You got him
like,
good.
If they heard Heartbreak Girl, they would lose it.
Honestly, me too.
Oh no, but I hadn't thought about Omegle in literal years, and Ben went on a little boys trip the other day, and then he like casually told me, like just slipped it into a story that they went on Omegle one night. I was like, you guys are sick and twisted for that.
That's insane. Wow.
Yeah, it was one of their ideas, and the rest of them just went along with it. And I was like, why would you guys want to do that? Like, do you know what's on Omegle? It's penises. Oh,
Like,
every yeah, no, they were like, no, we didn't see any. I'm like, right.
Right.
You must be on a different Omegle then.
My next one is 12-3-30. Frankly, that would put me in a coma if I could ever actually do it all the way. So I know that would kill him.
Oh, imagine just putting them on a treadmill. I'm imagining like a woman in like a big dress and like a corset and like her hair is all done, and you would just put her on the treadmill and
She's
crank
like
it
chained.
up. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I have a similar one. A Soul Cycle class.
I had put that too.
Them on a bike with like the music and the instructor yelling.
That would take me out. I have yet to try one. I'm afraid.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, we have to go to one because it's kind of, you just have to embrace it. And like,
okay.
It's like very cringy, obviously. The whole environment, the music is bad, the lights are flashing, the instructor's yelling at you to like go faster, like push through. It's just not my vibe at all. But if you convince yourself that it is the vibe for like the 50 minutes or whatever that the class is, it's so fun to just lean into it.
Right. I love
But it is like also very intense, like very intense workout. But we'll have to try it. It'll be fun.
Okay.
Maybe we could take the boys with us.
Oh, okay. That would actually be really fun.
Yeah, I've been
Let's do
trying to
it.
convince Ben for years to go to. I would just kill to see him in that environment.
She wants to see him suffer.
I do. It'd be so funny.
Oh my god. Another one I have is a nasty Tinder message.
Mm. And they
Let's
do
start
be
praying.
nasty.
They be
Oof.
nasty. Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine going on Tinder now, but it's disgusting out there.
Foul.
Okay, my next one is bird scooters. They're pretty crazy to think
That's a good
about.
one.
Like if
Yeah,
they were in a car driving and then they saw somebody on a bird scooter, they would go ballistic. They couldn't believe it.
that's so true.
Let alone riding one. Imagine putting a
Yeah,
woman on one.
I'd fall. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Going off of that, Teslas in the self-driving mode. Obviously, they'd think it was demonic.
Yeah, I almost put that down too. When I was in San Francisco last week, we were walking down this street that's like pretty busy and their bike lane is in the middle. Like there's a lane on each side and then a lane with like cones, or not cones, but you know what I'm talking about, like a little
Mm-hmm.
barrier, and the bike lane's in the middle for whatever reason. And there's also like a curb on each side. And there's this car driving and it like ran over the curb completely and it made like kind of a loud noise. So we looked and we were like, what the heck is that car doing? We look, nobody's in the driver's seat. It was a
Oh,
self-driving
great.
car.
That's just lovely.
We were like, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one is a strawberry acai lemonade from Starbucks.
Fair enough.
They are potent. They're delicious.
Mhm.
But again, it's like kind of the Baja Blast effect where it would just electrocute them.
Exactly. Another electrocution, True Lime packets.
Ooh.
Imagine them sticking their finger on that shit. Ooh, they're
Like
done.
a fun dip. They just
Yes.
their finger.
Wow, I bring back Fun Dip. Oh, that was my favorite.
They're pretty fun. Yeah, those two are so potent. The first time I used one, I put like a whole packet in kind of a small cup. It
Mhm.
was a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're strong.
Also, another little fun tip from Emma Chamberlain. This was a while ago. I was listening to her podcast. She said she brings them in her purse when she goes out because she doesn't really like the taste of alcohol or whatever. Like if it drinks
Mhm.
too strong, instead of like having to ask for more lime, she just puts a little True Lime in her drink. And I've been meaning to do that too. Genius. I always want more
She's
limes.
genius.
I know.
Oh,
That's why they
so
pay her the big
smart.
bucks.
I take some with me in my. I always keep some in my work bag. That way, I can like spice up my midday Diet Coke. But that's
Mhm.
I never thought about keeping them because I never like my alcoholic drink because I always think it's too strong.
Same every time. And I
Mm,
always do. I don't ask, but I make Ben ask for extra limes, but I could just save him the trouble.
exactly. Really, it's for him.
Exactly.
Have him carry them.
Yes. Okay, my next one is Doja Cat's Met Gala look. Just if they saw either a visual, just a photo, or a short clip of her meowing, it'd be over for them.
You could have stopped at Doja Cat,
Right.
to be frank. But yes, absolutely. Love her.
Love her.
No shade, but yeah. Wow.
It's
That's
a lot.
good one.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. The dark fanfic.
Ooh, I never read it. Obviously, I know about it,
gosh.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Any sort of spicy fanfiction would be nuts.
Oh yeah. I was at a restaurant the other day getting breakfast, and it was these like I think 3 or 4, probably like 14-year-old girls, and I think one of their moms.
Scary.
There was like an older lady with them, not older,
Mm.
but like a guardian. And they were reading, I think it was a Colleen Hoover book out loud, and it was the craziest thing I've ever heard. I didn't know it was like straight up porn. Just reading it, all these little girls around the breakfast table, they had like their little pancakes and their side of smut. It was crazy.
Wow. That's like her way of like having the talk.
I know, probably nowadays.
Me as a mother.
Like, so on this page, it says,
so we're all gonna read 50 Shades of Grey this week.
book club. Okay, my next one is just one episode of a true crime podcast. It would put the fear of
Oh, I
God
like
in
it.
them. It would put the fear of God in them.
It truly would.
They've
Oh,
never heard anything like it.
going off of media, but in a different direction. An episode of Jersey Shore.
Oh my God.
They would be like, "This is what humanity has come to," and I'd be like, "Yes."
Just even a photo of the cast. That would be enough.
Oh goodness.
My next one is a brow lamination.
Ooh.
Either just seeing it or getting it done themselves. It'd be shocking.
I am actually growing out my eyebrows right now because I want to go and get one done, but I want them to like really have a lot to play with. Like
Mm-hmm.
give me a new shape or something, but I'm actually
Yeah.
excited.
I kind of want to grow mine out so that I can reshape them like you. But I feel like if
Yeah.
you go get a lamination, they would like trim them and shape them, you
Mhm.
know. Even if you have too much, they could like work with it,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. I've been thinking about like I don't even want to say it, but thinning out my
I
eyebrows a little
know.
bit. Just a little bit. Not crazy 90s overplucked.
Right.
Just a little bit.
It really can lift up the whole face. Like Victoria Paris, when she thinned out her
Yes.
eyebrows, I was like, it actually looks so good. She is really in her era right now with her hair and everything, her little bangs. I'm like, she looks like she's thriving. She's like finding her look.
Was that mine?
Damn, I just thought of one
What?
on the spot. Thinking about like plucking eyebrow hairs, I was like thinking about waxing, and I was like, imagine a Victorian woman having to get a Brazilian wax. She'd
And
like die on the table.
the butt strip. It would kill
No,
me.
no, I've gotten a Brazilian once in my life and never again. I do actually, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like a bad bitch every time I tell someone. But I do my own bikini waxes sometimes
Mm.
because I'm powerful and strong, and even that is a lot.
Yeah, I bought. What do you use? Because one time I just convinced myself that I was gonna wax everything, and I bought these like strips. They didn't even work. They didn't pull any hair out.
Yeah, I just got a new wax from Ulta. I can't remember the name of it. Let me look it up. Okay, I got the Sugar Dough Sugaring Wax from Ulta.
Mm.
And I've seen a lot of videos of like sugaring, and like it's like a soft wax that you don't use strips. And it actually works so well. I've tried a few different kinds of like hard waxes at home, but this is really nice, and I think it hurts less and it's easier to work with. So, highly recommend.
Wow, I was actually gonna say I was gonna ask you about sugaring because I always hear people talk about it, and I've seen
Right.
videos too. But I didn't know you could do it yourself. I will
I
be going to
know.
Ulta after this.
I saw the brand post on TikTok once actually when they started selling in Ulta, and I was influenced, and I'm glad I was.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a fun little activity.
Yeah.
Not fun at all. Literally so
No,
painful.
the
But I
least
think
fun that you could have.
I think it'd be I don't know. The sugaring stuff is just kind of giving me like slime, like fun to play with.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anywho, my next one is just one bite of an Impossible Burger. And if that wasn't enough for them, just imagine them taking a bite and being like, okay, like it's good. And then you're like, but it's not meat. They would just like
yeah,
immediately faint.
they wouldn't believe you.
They wouldn't believe it.
Wow, now I'm like, man, we really have come so far as a society.
I know, right? Crazy. And look where we are.
Look at us talking about it on a podcast. My next one, nipple piercings.
Ooh.
Both seeing someone with them and having to get them done.
Mm. Yeah, that's a lot. They would be just like, why?
Yeah. Didn't even know you could do that. Imagine the first person to ever get their nipples pierced. Like, y'all didn't know if it would be okay.
Yeah.
Scary.
Very scary. Or I've heard of people have like complications with breastfeeding where like it'll kind of heal, but like milk will come out of that hole as well.
No thanks.
Yeah, insane. Okay. This honestly puts me in a coma, but 10 seconds of an EDM song, crazy.
True.
Or like imagine
True.
them like at a rave. It's too
Imagine us at
much.
a rave.
I know. People really be doing
Mm,
that. It's like a whole thing.
they sure do. Chipotle hot salsa.
I love it, but it's so much. It's a
It's
lot.
gotten hotter, but yeah, it
I
was my favorite. But I cannot. My poor tummy cannot handle it these days.
Yeah, that'll give you IBS if you don't already have it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I had a really unfortunate incident
Yeah.
yesterday.
Tell us about the cherries.
Yes. I posted about it on Threads, which that's a thing now. That would
How
send
did we
the
not talk
colonial
about that?
women. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on
I'm a
Threads,
Threads
so
lover.
we have fun on there if you want to follow us. Just another new like when does it end, to be honest? And now in our bio we'll have Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Threads, YouTube,
Literally,
podcast, everything.
the link in
Anyways,
bio is just like an internal scroll.
I
Continue.
know. Oh yeah, but the one of the things holding me together this week was cherries from the farmers market. I got some last week, delicious. So I got them again this week, delicious again, but I guess I just ate too many of them. I went a little overboard. Turns out they're very prone to give you digestive discomfort of sorts. Yeah, so that was the cherry on top to my bad week, to be honest.
Ah,
I did not mean to
oop,
say cherry.
that was good.
Okay, my next one is a BBL. They wouldn't believe
That's a
it.
solid one. They wouldn't.
Crazy. Imagine seeing, I remember seeing like when BBLs first started becoming a thing, seeing people with them. It looked crazy. Now it's,
Yeah.
you see them
Mm.
around.
I wonder, like, I just would love to know. Like, I don't want to get one, but like, what would I look like if I did?
Right. We could
Just
do it on
curious.
Facetune or something.
Yeah. Let's do that sometime. My next one is plumping lip gloss. Like a little Too Faced lip injector, lip
Mm-hmm.
injection. Yeah.
I almost wrote down that exact one, specifically the Too Faced.
Yeah.
It tingles.
Mm.
It
It do.
burns.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would be so confused about all of that. I was
They
also
really
thinking about
would.
putting like lip injections or Botox or something, but I mean,
Same.
it's all the same at the end of the day. The BBL was enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
My next one is a Lush bath bomb. I just imagine them like running a bath and I'm like, yeah, you can get in. And then I toss in a bath bomb and they like scream. It put them in a coma.
That is so funny. I put Canva. I think they would just be shocked, confused. So many options. I'd be like,
So
here's your
many
new
options.
storefront sign.
Oh my god. I wonder what they would create if you just gave them free
Yeah.
reign.
Bread for a penny.
That was a really good one. Okay, I put a lymphatic drainage massage.
Ooh, that's
Just
good.
shocking. They're like, you pay for
Truly.
this?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
A hype beast sneaker collection. They'd be widely confused. They'd be like, what actually are any of these?
They see the Nike symbol. They're like, and what does that mean? Like, they would have no clue. I'm imagining too, like a true sneakerhead like closet where like
Yeah.
it's like all organized and like like lit. Like they have like the little lights above the shoes.
Oh my god.
I put Joe Rogan. Are you familiar with Joe Rogan at all?
I, just in passing on the internet.
Yeah, he like announces all the UFC fights and stuff. So just I think like just hearing his voice and like also seeing UFC, it'd be a lot.
And like WWE. Oh my god.
Oh my god, they'd lose it.
How about some Euphoria?
Yep.
Yeah. No explanation
Yeah.
needed.
Women's rights.
Oh. And then them getting taken back away.
Yeah, no, literally. Or us being like, I wish we didn't have to work.
Literally. Oh my god.
I'm like, I'm a passenger princess. They're like, what?
An Apple Watch.
Ooh.
Or
The
AirPods
closing of the
too.
rings.
Yeah, the rings, the text messages. I don't know. I don't even have one. I kind of want one.
Yeah, I had one. It for some reason just like stopped charging and I never fixed it, but it was kind of fun. I don't know. I just felt like a little like secret agent.
Yeah. Oh, stopped working in classic Apple fashion.
I know all of them. I can't believe
Ay,
the
ay, ay.
laptop. Crazy.
I know.
My next one is a gas station hot dog.
Yeah, that's valid. That had me effed up,
I know. I've never
but I
had
will eat
one.
it.
I've never had one, but just seeing them on the little like conveyor belt in the gas
Hmm.
station just
I
be
don't
so
think I've
shocking.
had the hot dog. I've had like gas station taquitos,
Yeah.
and they are good, but after one bad experience, you just can't really go back, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
I think a K-pop performance would send them to a coma.
Or seeing like a K-pop like Twitter fan account.
Ooh, yeah. I love K-pop, by the way.
Yeah, no hate.
No hate.
My last one I thought of as I was engaging in this activity, going on an escalator
Ooh,
would be crazy.
yeah.
Or
Sure
even
would.
like the airport, like the flat ones, if they like had to walk
Oh
over
yeah.
one, it'd be so wild.
Wow. That's a good one. My last one is the Space Mountain ride at Disneyland. They'd come back to the entrance and they'd all be like dead in their seats. Like the picture that it takes is them like dead. Gosh. I remember when I was really young, like early elementary school, I was at Disneyland with my two older brothers and my dad. And we got onto Indiana Jones, and I'd never ridden it before. And we were in the front row, and they had me sit in like the driver's seat with like it has like a steering wheel and everything. And they told me that I have to like steer, like someone has to steer, and I'm in the seat, so I have to drive us. And then, like as we, the ride goes through like different obstacles or whatever, like different things are coming at you, and they're all yelling at me to like go, 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 or like turn, turn, turn. And I guess other people on the ride that were strangers started getting into it too. And yeah, by the end of the ride, I was sobbing because I thought I was like killing everyone. It was so mean.
That is so terrible. And little anxious you, like to do that to a
Yeah.
child with an anxiety disorder, they're canceled.
You're all canceled.
No, I can
I
just
think,
imagine the stress of that. Like
no, literally.
you're really
It was
trying.
really
How old
bad.
did you say you were? Middle school?
My guess is like maybe like 8.
Oh wow. Yeah. So you totally believed it.
Oh yeah, 100%. They still bring it up to this day every now and then. So yeah, and they love it. It's their favorite story.
It's so funny actually. Not at all similar, but my mom used to when she was driving and I was like next to her, or I don't know, maybe I was in the back seat because I probably wasn't old enough, and she'd just like turn her head. She'd close the eye that was facing me, but keep the other one open so she could still see the road. But she'd be like, "I'm closing my eyes. I'm closing my eyes," and I'd be like, and she still
That's so
laughs about
funny.
it. So evil,
Oh,
but I do that to my kids too.
that is so good. I love it.
I can't see anything. I'm closing my
You
eyes.
have to direct me.
She's like, take the wheel.
Oh,
So
gosh.
funny. Well,
Wow.
that was all we had
Well,
for today.
I'm
We're
like, how
like,
do we do this
we're like,
again?
okay, bye.
Bye,
End the call.
everybody. No, but thank you all so much for listening or watching. If you want to keep up with us, we are on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Pinterest, Geneva,
YouTube.
YouTube. It's all linked in the show notes. And if you want to give us a reading or review, we would really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, and we love you, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.